Hi guys, Danny here. Today we're looking at the Eachine E58. I'll be doing an unboxing and an in-depth review on this. This is a foldable Wi-Fi FPV drone with adjustable 2 megapixel camera. It also records to a micro SD card. You do use a phone and connect to this via Wi-Fi. You can control it just using your phone as well, but it does come with a dedicated controller. But the files are not recorded to your phone. They go directly to a micro SD. There's a little micro SD slot here. So first of all, we're going to start off with an unboxing. We'll move on to some video samples, a flight test, and then I'll give you my final review. If you'd like to buy this drone, the link for it is in the description. If you use this link, this will help me out. Let's take a look and see what we've got in the box. So of course we've got our drone. As you can see, this looks just like the DJI Mavic. This is probably the closest looking drone I've seen to the DJI Mavic. You can see the arms fold in the same way. And we've got the controller. These antennas are probably fake to just mimic the original controller. I quite like the feel of the joysticks. They feel nice and springy. Buttons feel pretty clicky. We've also got our proprietary battery, which is 500 milliamps. We've got a charging cable, a little screwdriver, and some spare props. This is interesting, there's only 4 props here, but on the actual copter there's 8. So you don't actually have a full set, which is a little bit strange. You normally get a full set in these quadcopters, but not in this one. So the battery is one of these proprietary batteries, similar to what you have in like the Vizio drone. You can see you've got a little micro USB slot here, and this is where you plug in your charging cable. I've noticed on this one there appears to be a light built into the battery, where sometimes they're in the cable, but on this one you've got an LED on the battery itself, which is quite nice. So since these batteries have their own internal LED, they're normally in the cable that comes with the drone. I'm able to charge this using a standard micro USB cable, and we still have our LED which tells us when it's finished charging. So this is actually quite a good design. This is a good idea because then you can use a standard cable. You don't have to use the one that comes with the unit. That's a nice little touch. We also have a user manual. Unfortunately, this isn't one of the better manuals I've seen with these drones. The translations aren't too great. They are readable, but they're just a bit sketchy, is the word I would use. The drone, as you can see, is really nice and compact and easily will fit in the palm of your hand. It folds up really nice and small. The front arms fold out to the side and they're positioned higher than the rear arms, and the rear arms also fold out. You have these really nice half prop propellers where they kind of fold when they're not in use. You have some legs, some stands on the front legs here, and you also have a adjustable 2 megapixel camera. On the front we've got white LEDs, and on the back we've got a red LED. There aren't any lights on the bottom as far as I can see. You also have this blue LED on top of the drone. You also have these 2 landing gear on the back. One of them was actually loose inside the box. I just pushed it in and it stayed in there. I ordered the model that came with 2 batteries, so I have a battery in the drone. This is how it came, and then I also got a separate one. but this appears to have like a little bit of a lip on it, but it's proving really difficult to remove from the drone, so this isn't much fun. So in my unit there seemed to be a design problem with the battery compartment. This part of the plastic was actually stuck on this battery and I couldn't remove it. I had to keep pulling this battery, and then eventually it broke this piece of plastic here. So that's not off to a good start. The controller takes 3 AA batteries. On the controller, our phone holder is this little section right here. It basically just has some little finger gaps where you put your finger in and pull this out. I'm not too fond of this on initial impressions. It feels a bit flimsy. I'm not too sure about this one. I've definitely used better phone holders, but we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll give it a try and we'll see how it holds up. So now we're going to do our usual video test. This is me just walking into frame. The camera is stationary. This drone has probably one of the better quality cameras I've seen. The frame rate is a little choppy, and it does fall a bit short in terms of signal, as you'll see a bit later on, but it's not bad. And now we'll take a look at 3 pictures. Please bear in mind this drone records to the SD card and not your phone. In terms of just camera quality alone, I think this would probably be one of the best that I've seen in these toy grade drones. One nice thing about having a micro SD is you don't get any problems with signal when you're recording, because of course, because this is going straight to the micro SD, it doesn't matter on your signal. As long as it's still recording, you don't get any of that jumpiness and you don't have to rely on the Wi-Fi signal. So that's a big bonus to having a micro SD, but then of course you have to have one in the first place. If you don't, then you have to buy one. So for some people this is going to be a plus, and for some people I think this is definitely going to be not such a good thing. It all depends on your situation.
The camera also has a good field of view, a nice wide field of view. This is becoming more popular in these drones, so you can see it picks up a lot of footage. The fact that you can adjust the camera is also a big bonus.
My final review is a bit mixed on this, I'm afraid. The Eachine E58, it's not a bad drone. The camera is very impressive, as you can see from the video. The design of the drone itself, it feels quite sturdy. It doesn't feel too flimsy. It has a nice soft finish to the top. Nice bright lights on the front and back. Of course, I had the problem with the battery compartment on my unit. This could just be a problem with my unit and maybe I was unlucky, but I thought this was worth mentioning just in case some of you had the same problem. It had 3 different rates which were fine for fairly strong wind. It was pretty easy to control. There was a few times when the drone wasn't that far away from me and the controls seemed like they were a little bit unresponsive, which was a little bit worrying. So I might do a longer range test on this and see how it performs. The Wi-Fi signal was a bit hit and miss, but the fact that this records to the micro SD kind of bypasses that, because when you actually watch the video back, you don't have that problem. It's only when you're watching the feed on your phone. I also got a deal that came with an extra battery and one of them was dead on arrival, which again is a bit of a bummer. I haven't had this problem before, so again, maybe I was just unlucky here. The automatic takeoff and landing is probably one of the best I've used on these drones. It works really well. It did it quickly and it landed safely, which was good. Also, when the battery died on this, it descended by itself and automatically landed. I haven't seen that in a drone before, so that was a nice little touch. Controller's not bad, but I'm a little bit unsure about some of the things on this. The phone holder, I think some of you may have problems with this depending what phone you had. I've got a Galaxy S7 and it was quite a snug fit. It did feel like it was struggling to hold the phone. It did hold up okay though, it fared better than I thought it would. The thumbsticks feel nice and springy, they don't feel cheap. The feel of the controller itself is not bad. The antennas, as I said, these are almost certainly fake. They're not real antennas. This bottom part's got a lot of flex in it, as you can see it bends quite easily. On the plus side, the app for this unit was good, it did not crash. I've had problems with a lot of these drones where their apps are unusable, they crash constantly. The one for this drone did not crash, which was really nice. I was recording for a long period of time. I took pictures, had no problems there. So that is a big bonus because you can get a drone that works really well. It's really nice, it looks fancy, and the app doesn't work. Picked up the drone for around £40. That was including free shipping. For that price point, I think this drone's not bad, but I think there are some better ones out there. You should take a look at my Vizio drone video. That's still my favorite drone. I think this one's close, but I think the Vizio is still my favorite drone and I would recommend that over this one. But I still think this drone is a really good option. If you want to pick up this drone, I wouldn't discourage you. The problems I had with the battery compartment and the battery are probably rare. I haven't had this happen before and I've had quite a few different drones. So I wouldn't let that put you off. If you want to buy the drone, again, the link is in the description. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And hey, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more videos like this one. I'll see you in the next one.